everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to get this warm, natural glam look that I'm wearing today. It's super easy to do and it only takes a few minutes, and if you want to learn how to get the look, just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply concealer to my eyelids. I'm blending it out with a sponge. I'm using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and the color is Fair Beige. It's this one. I love it. It works really well. Then for my next step, I'm going to be applying my shadow base, which is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Anti-Aging. I've got my mirror right here, and I'm just going to apply some to my lids and blend it out with my finger. It works so well for keeping your eyeshadow in place all day without creasing or disappearing on you. It makes all the difference in the world. Now it's time for eyeshadow. I'm going to be using my Nude Bliss palette from Profusion Cosmetics. I love this palette. It's so beautiful. I talk about it all the time. It's one of my new favorites. But I'm going to be using this palette. So the very first color I'm going to start with is this color right here called Heavenly. And I'm going to dip my blending brush into it. And this is going to be a really pretty, just like soft, natural look. So you just place the color on the crease and blend it up to the brow bone. Blend it out. Something that's been on my mind a lot lately is the importance of self-love. I talked about it in one of my videos on my personal Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but I thought that it did really well. And I really think that self-love is so important, especially right now in this day and age, because especially society kind of makes girls and women feel like we're less than if we don't conform to certain beauty standards. So the next color I'm going to use is this one right here. I'm going to use Medieval. This beautiful like rosy like brown color. It's like rosy. But they make women feel like they're inferior if they don't conform. And I'm just here to say that you don't have to be like everybody else. You can be yourself. You don't have to be afraid of showing your true colors. If you like to wear makeup, that's great. If you don't and it's not for you, that's okay too. It's whatever you want to do. Jehovah is going to love you either way. He's going to bless you as long as you're doing his will. So I think that that's something important that I wanted to share. So once you get your eyeshadow nice and blended out like that, I'm going to go in with a brown. I'm going to use another brush. I'm going to use this kind of brush, an eyeshadow brush, but it's like a flat, rounded eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to dip into this color right here. Right here. This shimmery brown. It's called Studio. And I'm going to apply it right here on the outer edge of the eye for a really pretty, soft, natural type of look. It's going to be like a natural smoky eye. It's really pretty. It's like a bronze. Trying to get the lighting a little bit better. And if you can see, that's what it looks like. But yeah, I think it's super important to be who you are, because if you're trying so hard to be like everybody else, you're never going to be happy, because you're constantly striving for something that's going against everything that you are. So I think it's really important to just embrace who you are and accept yourself and love yourself for who you are, especially if you're a Latina, because if you're a Latina, it's a different culture, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Next, I'm going to be going in with this color right here, Outlaw. It's a beautiful burgundy color. I'm just curious to see how it's gonna look. Oh, it's so pretty. Yes, this is what we're doing. So we're using this one, it's called Outlaw. And just blending it out. You can see. See, I wanted something to give it a little bit more depth. Like a little bit more, just an extra oomph, if you will. See, I'm just blending it out. So that's how it should look so far. And for the lids, I'm going to use this color right here called Upscale. It's a beautiful, rich, like gold color. And I'm applying it on the eyelids and just blending it out. And I'm going to do the same on the other eye. So now that we've got the eyes done, I'm going to be using a makeup wipe. And I'm going to be wiping red under the eyes just to clean up the eyeshadow. And it's time for skin. So I'm going to be applying my foundation. I've already primed. I'm using the Maybelline Superstay, shade 125, and I'm taking 2 or 3 pumps. I like to use 3. And I'm applying it all over the face. I'm just blending it out with my fingers. Next, I'm going to be applying concealer with my super handy foundation brush. It's got an angle to it. Oh, and before I forget too, another important step is chapstick. I use the Burt's Bees Ultra Conditioning Moisturizing Lip Balm. I really like it. You can apply it anytime during your makeup process. I like applying it like halfway through. And that way your lips will be ready for lip color when the time comes. So I'm going to be applying my concealer. And I'm taking it on the back of my hand, applying just a little bit, and I like to mix it with the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer so that it's not too white. Because if I have a really white under eye, I love a really white under eye, but I feel like it looks a little bit crazy sometimes, especially in pictures, because I'm light, but I'm not that light, you know. So I'll just apply some to the inner corner, and then this is my trick. I apply it right here, and I clean up the eyeshadow. So I finish applying it, and then I blend it out with my sponge. And I'm going to keep blending it out. Okay, so now that we've got the concealer on under the eyes, I like to take whatever's left over on my hand and apply it down the center of the nose, a little bit on the forehead, and a little bit on my upper lip, and a little bit on my chin for highlighting. And then just blend it out with your sponge. I pulled my hair back because it was stressing me out. It was giving me anxiety. It was stressing me out. It's time for setting powder. It was too much hair. It was just like in my way, and I'm like trying to like see what I'm doing, and I can't see anything. So I'm just applying with my fluffy face brush from Lancome. It's a powder brush. And I'm applying it on all the areas where I get shiny or the makeup might move. Okay, I think we are good. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the eyes. There we go, a little bit better light. Gonna curl my eyelashes with my Lancome Le Curler. Get them nice and ready for the fake lashes. Anytime you wear fake lashes, you want to make sure that you curl your real lashes first so that they'll blend in naturally with the fake lashes. That's another little tip of mine. You want to make sure you curl right at the base. See? Now it's time for eyeliner. I'm going to show you how I do my wings. I'm going to put my mirror directly in front of me and I'm going to show you. So this line that goes, your lower lash line, the where it goes up, you want to follow that line. It helps too to follow the map of the eyeshadow that we did. Just draw it out like that. There's your wing. And then you want to follow you want to follow that line and just fill it in. Your eyeliner will never be identical, remember that. Eyeliner wings are sisters, they are not twins. So don't feel bad if it doesn't come out exactly the same. Because honey, it never will. That's my tip for you, is just try to apply it the best you possibly can. Keep your hand as steady as possible. Try to relax. And don't think about it too much. Because the more you think about it, the more you'll stress yourself out. And there you have it. That's the wing eyeliner. I decided to make the eyeliner a little bit bolder this time for a little bit more extra glam. Time for fake lashes. So I've got my glue. I've got my fake lashes. I've got my tweezers. Let's get started. So I already did one eye, but I'm going to show you how I do the other eye to apply the fake lashes. I feel like I've done it on my channel before, but I'll do it again and again, so that way if you missed it in the last video, you can see it in this video. And hopefully somebody somewhere, it'll help someone. So you take all the old glue off of the lash. There was a tiny bit of glue, so it wasn't that hard to take it all off. Then you take your lash glue. Let me fix the lighting. There we go. You take a little bit of lash glue onto the back of your hand, just a tiny bit. Just a little teensy bit. And then you take your nail and you apply it to the lash band. And then you get up close and you just plop it on there. There you go. You fix it in the mirror. You put it as close to the lash line as you possibly can. You keep your eye open for a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just wait for the glue to kind of bond. And then you go in and you put the inner part of the lash and you glue that down. And you wait for the glue to dry. It'll dry clear. It's not going to stay white. You just give it a second. You wait for the glue to dry. And you just give it some time. So while we wait for the glue to dry of the lashes, we can do some contour. If I can get it open. There we go. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Contour. Take it. I'm taking this kind of a brush. It's a Real Techniques brush. It's called a buffing brush, but I like to use it for contour. See? Make a stripe. I know it looks crazy, but you just buff it out. That's the great thing about this buffing brush, is that it blends it out beautifully. See? And you do the same on the other side. You just keep blending it out. There. Now you can fully see the contour. Next, I'm going to apply some blush. This one is from Bang Beauty. This is the color. It's a beautiful, like rosy, like a dark rosy color. I'm just going to take the same brush and apply it to my cheeks. You smile. You apply it to the apples of your cheeks. There. You can see it a little bit better. It's a really pretty color. Now let's move on to eyebrows. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. It has an angle to it. Oh, and the lid came off. Okay. Well, we'll just leave it off. But I'm going to do soft strokes starting from the inside of the brow. I'm going to fix the lighting again. It's hard to film in here. There we go. There. See, the best way to do it is the golden ratio. So you start your brow right here. So you line up your eyeliner where the inside of your eye starts. That's where you want your brow to start. So you flick it up right here. And you just fill it in a little bit. And then the arch of your eye should be going through the center of your eye like this. So that's where the arch should be. And then the tail, it should end right where your eye ends. Right there. So that's the best way to do it. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. I'm going to fill it in right here in the front. Then the arch should be right there. And the tail should be right there. There we go. Brows are done. Now it's time for lips. I'm going to be applying my lipstick. This is the MAC lipstick in Honey Love. It's one of my absolute all-time favorites. It's a beautiful nude. It's just a really pretty natural nude color. And then I'm going to be going in with my lip liner, which is the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. The color is Bear to Comment. It's really cute. It's like a natural peachy shade. See? Gives a little bit of definition. And for the last step, I will be applying some lip gloss. This is the Fenty lip gloss, the cream lip gloss in Fenty Glow. I love the Fenty lip glosses. They're not sticky at all and super hydrating. And this is the finished look. It's a super natural sort of glam. It's got some warm earthy tones, and it's really nice for every day, for a special event, whatever you want to wear it to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe.